a lot of things can be created. So please bear with me. If you're going to create positively so that it can impact positively. Thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate you, and I'm really excited to be in your midst. I'm actually humbled to stand here to explain and perhaps present to you some of the things that we are doing as an agency. But I want you to also note that coming down to the creative industry attests to the fact that the creative industry are doing and whatever activity they are doing, we understand also how technology could support in massifying, how technology could support in exposing, and how technology can also support in making our job better and our delivery in a more better way and to reach to much more greater masses. And it's in recognition of that we felt that coming down to the creatives themselves, supporting us and partnering with us and joining us in this crusade, we are able to make Nigeria a better place for everyone, and also help others who do not know, and help others who do not also understand, and help others who do not see, and perhaps so that they can see what you have seen, and perhaps even see better than what they have seen. On that note, I want to start by saying that NITDA as an agency came up with a strategy. And that strategy is anchored on the fact that we believe we have the vision to make Nigeria an IT-enabled nation, a digitally enabled nation, fostering inclusive economic growth, and all through digital technology. And in doing that, we also carve out some points of excellence. And we believe that if we're able to achieve make significant progress in this point of excellence, we will have getting closer in making Nigeria itself a digital enabled nation. And what are those points of excellence? First in it is we want to foster digital literacy and cultivate talent. That is the first item that we have. That's the first pillar of our strategic roadmap and action plan. And why do we choose that? It is very critical that if any development that is not founded upon knowledge, that development itself is already heading for a crash. And we believe that if we are going to play your own role and critical role within the digital ecosystem, especially within the digital economy itself, it means that everyone must have the necessary competence, have necessary tool, have necessary capacity to be able to play this role and even utilize effectively the digital technology equipment and devices that we already have. Now, having said that, we have this goal and have a vision of also ensuring, within the context of what I've said as our pillar, we have the vision of ensuring or moving ahead to make sure that 70% of Nigerians are digitally literate by the year 2027. Now, in the stream of this achievement, we came up with 3 different initiatives. Now, the first initiative that we have is to also reach out to the non-formal sector. And if we're going to reach out to the non-formal sector, we are targeting close about 30 million Nigerians in the non-formal sector or in the informal sector to reach out to 30 million Nigerians in the non-formal sector or informal sector by the year 2027. Now, these non-formal sectors, remember, they constitute the majority of our those who are actually playing a critical role driving the economy in one way or the other. Think about those who are selling yams in the market. Think about a young woman or a woman who is selling akara, even selling corn. Think about those who are doing one little. Think about the barber. Think about the Messiah. Think about those who are doing one little business or the other. Is there anywhere we can support and help so that those businesses they are doing through technology can be massified? Those businesses that are doing, is it possible that even if that woman has a small phone in his hand, he's able to use the same small phone, make an exchange that could enable and hasten or massify the account that he's selling and help people to even buy more. So how can we do that? It is the thinking or this idea that makes us be looking at how we can now support through digital literacy this informal sector that across Nigeria. That is the first initiative. We also have an initiative to reach out the workforce. That means those who are working in organizations, whether it's in government or out of government. Now, the thinking is that if we are able to create this talent and enable them and help them to be digitally literate and able to use their digital devices effectively, then service delivery is going to rise. And if the service delivery within the context of governance or within the context of the private sector or the government itself improves significantly, that means people who want to access government services will get through it. So that is the second thing. Now, the third one is that we are also working with the Ministry of Education to incorporate digital literacy as a subject, as a core subject in the curriculum from primary school, secondary school, and we believe that by the time you're leaving secondary school, you should have been digitally literate enough to be able to do one thing or the other or play your own key role within the digital economic landscape. So with these three models that we are adopting, we believe that we are able to achieve 70% digital literacy by the year 2027. In that strand, we are not stopping at that industry also. We are also, there's a program we call the 3 Million Technical Talent, 3 entities. For some people who may have heard about it, or some people may have about it, it's a program that we are also trying to come up with, develop and empower 3 million technical talents by the year 2027. Now, if you think about it, if we are able to get people who are skilled, technically skilled, maybe in specific areas of IT, it could be cybersecurity, it could even be those who make, those who do digital marketing, it could even be those who do video editing, but properly skilled in this specific area, and they are able to get job, or even whether within or outside Nigeria. Think about we have about 1.5 million who are technically competent, qualified, and they are placed in the job market. And out of the 3 million, 1.5 million were able to get job abroad, for instance, and they are being paid $2,000 every month. Now, calculate how much one person is going to earn, or the kind of money that is going to come inflow into Nigeria in just 1 year. Now, look at you have 1.5 million of them earning $2,000, a minimum of $2,000 every month. And for a period of 1 year, you can imagine how many millions of dollars that will come into the country. So, if you look at the country demographics as a whole, you also understand that our factor enrollment is our young people. Majority, about 60% of Nigerians are almost under 30. So that's our factor endowment. So how can we adequately harness this factor endowment to be able to propel Nigeria and also solve some of the critical problems that we have in Nigeria? And that comes through the development of 3 million technical talent that are doing. That's another strong episode. Now, like I said, we have about 8 pillars in our sustainable conversion, but I've just spoken about one. Now, the second one is about building a robust technological research ecosystem. Now, that's the second one. Now, in this aspect, we are believing that we are able to take Nigeria to about 50% in terms of AI research globally. And we are also thinking and also planning to be able to have what we call about one SPV that's going to be focused only in emerging technology. And we're also thinking of planning to build about 6 centers of excellence across the 6 locations in Nigeria. That is what we plan to do. We believe that by being able to do that, we are moving close to actually fostering inclusive economic development through digital technological development. Now, I'm not going to read all the 8 pillars, but I want to go to specifically our 6th pillar. Now, 6th pillar talks about nurturing innovative entrepreneurial ecosystem. And that's where the startup comes in. And that's where other industries comes in. We are also, from some of us who are talking about the Startup Act, those of us who are doing small businesses or who are startup, could actually go into the startup portal and register. Now, when you register there, now you'll be labeled as a startup. And when you are partnering as a startup, it is possible for you now to be able to benefit from the incentive that the federal government is providing through the Nigerian Startup Act. And our hope is that through the startup, we are able to raise close about $5 billion in terms of the inflow of funds coming into the startup by the year 2027. We are also thinking that we should be able to support and encourage startups that 10% of our startups should be able to have products which they could export or provide them go beyond Nigeria into Africa. The protocols are not about their future. We want to take advantage of their future, the African Continental Trade Development Zone, to be able to reach out to other African countries and also provide services. So these are some of the things that NITDA as an agency is planning or thinking of as a vision that we have by the year 2027. Why are we here? We are here because we are partnering with those. We are here because we are also seeking the collaboration of all Nigerians to support NITDA in this effort that of reaching out to the critical mass of Nigeria and getting them to be digitally literate. Moreover, before I just leave the area of our strategy, there's a fundamental aspect of our strategy that has to do with partnership and collaboration. And that's the seventh pillar of that strategy. Now, that propels us to be able to reach out to critical mass of Nigerians, individual groups and organizations, to be able to support and partner with us, to be able to see how we can help, see how we can support, see how we can reach out to as many people as possible, especially in the area of delivering the mandate that we have as an agency. But this becomes very critical to us, digital literacy for all, because if before now, you always saw that it's only for those who can read and write. They say you're literate. But today, if you can read and can write, and if you're not digitally literate, I'm sure you will not be able to effectively effectively function with this action. And also, it's also interesting to know, if you are not available online, maybe the next 5-10 years, you may not be counted, and yet you may be alive. In the next 5-10 years, you may not be counted as a human being, but yet you may still be alive. Because as the web progresses, when people want to seek for information, they may not come to ask you personally. They will ask ChatGPT. And if you're not available, when they ask ChatGPT, say, according to the information I have now since 2008 and 2005, so person does not exist. It sounds very funny, but it's a reality. I was speaking at an event some years back when they invited us to one education program. I said, as the event progresses, as time goes on, what happened to the banking industry is likely to happen in the education industry. I'm sure if you go to the bank now, I don't know the last time you went to the banking hall. Now that's not what's going to happen to the education industry. It's possible in the next 5-10 years, if you get into a classroom, you may not be able to see much. So, what are you doing? What are you planning? If you're thinking about that, we are thinking about that as a nation. We are thinking about that as a government. That's why we are coming up with some of this initiative and appealing to some of us who understand, especially those who have been in this space, to partner. They cannot do it alone. It's not possible. It's not possible. We cannot do it alone. And that's why we found a good ally who share our vision, who share our passion with us in GetBundi. And we're partnering with GetBundi to ensure that we bring everyone on board. But why are we reaching out to the creative industry? We recognize their power, we recognize their influence, and also recognize their reach. We also recognize that there could be an exchange. There could be an exchange. As we are coming up to support this program, and the student program, we are also being skilled or retooled or reskilled so that even what you know today, you will also get a better knowledge afterwards. So in retooling, in reskilling, and giving you a better understanding also, you become a partner in progress that will help us to translate that knowledge to those who do not even know. And with that, together, we can help build a nation that is digitally empowered, a nation that is fostering economic and inclusive economic growth, a nation that is digitally stable, that will play its role within the digital economy. Now, finally, before I leave the stage, so this says here, digital literacy for all champions program. Now, who is a champion? A champion is that man or that woman in this context who have been separated, who have been selected to be an arrowhead, that to be a model through which others can also learn. Coming here at this moment, we recognize you as those who are going to be this battle. Coming here this afternoon, we understand that you could play a very critical role in influencing those, lots of who can be, even as good as I am, and also as so-called digitally savvy I may also be. I found it difficult even to use some of the features that are in your phone. And it's across the board. I'm sure that most of us have not been able to utilize up to 10% of the features. So, if that is the case, how do we support and help those who are even yet to understand 1% of what they have apart from this thing called an income? It is very important. So, if we beckon on you, we call on the creative industry, we call on the creative community to support NITDA, support GetBundi in this journey. And we are willing, and we are also ready to move along with you to ensure that Nigeria is made a digitally capable nation. Thank you very much.